Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 7 of the December daily draws. So, as we close out the weekend and approach a new week, let's see what message we get. I'll be taking the first card from the Seasons of the Witch Winter Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracles. Let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. And we have the same card as yesterday. The Six of Wands, the Six of Winter Wands. And we had this yesterday because I said it's to get a 6 on a it was December the 6th yesterday, and we had the 6 of Wands on that day. Now we're getting it again on the 7th day. So we're getting it twice in a row. We're getting both of the weekend days. We're getting this card. So this really should be a very simple message for us, because we heard it yesterday. I could say, go and look at yesterday's reading. But I'll try and put something different in here, something new. Obviously, it's the marking success, achievement. We're talking about achievements and recognizing achievements, and not to sort of overlook even small achievements and successes. They count, and they can add up, and they can lead to other things. So it's important that we appreciate those, we recognize those. And I feel that this card is saying that this is a time and a promise of success and achievement in our life journey if we set the right intentions and put in the energy that we need. Success and achievement will come to pass. I always shy away from making predictions about the future. I know a lot of tarot readers do use cards to predict, to foretell a fortune or foretell what's to come. The way I view tarot is that, yes, there can be an element of that in a reading, but in a daily draw, I'm a bit more reticent to do that because it's too generalized. If it was for a specific, where there were more of the cards to put it in context, and it was for a specific reading, for a specific subject or person or whatever, then I might be a bit more open to saying some relevant things in that situation. But to say it and almost imply it applies to everybody listening, I'm a bit loath to do that, because there are factors involved that will determine how that plays out differently in each person's life. And so, yes, there is a predictive element, but to me, the tarot is more of a message for now that will impact the future, of course, if we take it on board. And that's kind of how I approach the future element. Because the only real moment is now. The past is the past, the future is not yet here, but what we do here in the present will affect what transpires next. And any future reading to me, just to give a view of, my view here while I'm looking at this message, of the predictive nature of tarot, as I see it, is that it gives you a sense of the potential energy, the way that the energy is moving, and if it continues on that path, this is likely to happen. But of course, if you then make decisions based on that knowledge that changes the direction and the nature and the course of that energy, then that prediction doesn't happen because you have made a corrective route to avoid that, and something else happens because of the different actions that you have taken. So what I'm saying is it's not necessarily set in stone. What you get is a snapshot. If you continue in the same way on this current trajectory without any correction, this is the most likely outcome. But of course, if you steer a little to the left or to the right and don't continue in the same way, then that will alter the outcome in whatever way. So, but what I'm saying here is I believe that the energy is ripe with success and achievement, the potential for that. Yes, we have to play our part. And that's where the deciding factor comes in and can alter the outcome. But that's why I said that if we put in the right intentions, if we put in the right energy and put that energy in, we don't just wait for it to happen, then this is the likely result. And what I'm saying here, and I'm saying it's more or less like the divine promise because of the angel here, it's the universe saying to us that if you do this, then the most likely outcome is success, victory, achievement. But it all falls on the input that we put into this, and we've got to be focusing on what's right for us and where our intentions are put and the nature of the energy and the motivation of the energy. All these are factors, and the environment, the energy environment in an individual's sort of life can also, it's like the soil in a garden. Some types of soil are more conducive to growth than others. What one person has in one area, their garden, somebody else in a different area may have a different type of soil, and that will affect what they can grow and how they can grow. They both have gardens, and they can both put their effort in, but it's what are they putting it into? What environment are they putting it into? So there's all kinds of factors, but what I'm saying here is there's a assurance that there is more chance of success and achievement if we apply ourselves right in this instance, in the coming week perhaps. So that's what we need to take on board and have the confidence, because we've already, like yesterday, given thanks for past achievements. Now I think this is looking for the promise of future achievements. That's what I believe the card has come back to remind us of today, to shift our focus to what lies ahead. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Mistletoe. Well, this is all about, obviously, there's the kissing under the mistletoe. It's a very Christmas thing, but it's about fertility. It's about productivity. It's about fertility, but we can use the word of productivity, creativity, if you want to generalize the energy. So if we put it into a fertile environment, if we put the right energy in, then the creativity will bring about results. It will bring about achievement and success. But we have to create the right environment. We have to put in the right energy. Our intentions have to be on the right goals, and the purpose has to be there. But if we do, then the promise is of success and achievement. so we can take that forward with us. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 8. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.